fun today.
Definitely about fun today. We're about fun every day. I don't know how fun the break is, but
So fun.
see, I got this shirt and I feel like I don't think it's my best shirt. I feel like it's kind of manly looking. It has like accents to be.
Yeah, it's got like the floof. I don't know.
Oh well. Welcome back to our McWorld.
I'm Mallory.
I'm Courtney.
We're back with more books.
And booze.
Yep. In our segment, Books on the Rocks. Still no rocks, but...
Yep. But we do have Sherb again.
So...
I don't think you can probably see, but it's multicolored.
So pretty.
It's rainbowy because...
Because it's fun, and today's about fun.
Yes! It's Mango Peach Passion Sherb, and we're going to pour this peach Bellini on it. It's already made up peach Bellini. I don't know if this is going to be fun or if it's not. That was so anticlimactic. Fizzy, fizzy, fizzy. Fun and fizzy.
Fun, just like clowns.
Yes. Or not. Depending on who you ask. Oh, also we have popcorn from Tropical Shores Popcorn in Sarasota, Florida. We ordered it on the internet because we're not in Sarasota, Florida, and that's a long way to go. Also, it has a fun thingy.
It is. It fits the theme.
It's fun. It's movie time, but you know, I feel like popcorn and amusement parks
Goes together.
goes together. This time, whatever, we're talking about Wild Ride by Jennifer Crusie and Bob Meyer. We don't know, but something to that effect.
This is another Goodwill book.
It is, but it's also a really good book in my opinion. I really enjoyed reading it.
Yes, it was good. I thought it was good, but it was strange. And I guess based on the description, I kind of knew it was going to be strange.
Yeah.
But it definitely was. But I did enjoy reading it, though.
That's delicious. Yeah.
I'll try it.
I really liked reading it too. So to give like a high level overview, it's basically about a theme park that was built to contain the 5 untouchable demons of the world.
Yep.
And the main characters are named Mab, which is short for Marianne Brannigan, and Ethan John Wayne. And then there are various other characters that come into play a lot during the book. But I think that's pretty as high level as you can really kind of go without doing spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you haven't read it and you want to read it and you don't want to know what happens, cut off now and go read it.
Go read it somewhere. See, this is why I like looking at the book section at Goodwill, because I feel like you find all these books that you may not have otherwise found. I mean, I've seen books by her before,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like a bow.
Now you're fun.
I'm always fun. But you find all these cool books that you never really
Yeah.
might have found otherwise.
And you take a chance on them because they're like $1.
Yeah. I can make my drink fun.
Oh, bow ties are cool.
They are cool.
Books, the greatest weapons in the world. Oh, I gotta do my PPP for the running club.
Oh, I didn't do that either.
They gonna be calling us out on the fandom.
Every time we
No,
get
this
called out.
Whovian.
Every time.
I've done good. The last couple runs we've done, we're getting off track here.
That happens.
Stay tuned for tangents. We do these races, and half the time they have to track us down to join our team.
Yeah, at least we joined the team.
Yeah, we did join the team.
Didn't
Now,
have to be tracked down this time.
the past couple times I have done all my stuff I'm supposed to do in a timely fashion, and then I quit contributing to the group for the whole rest of the race. Not really, but kind of.
The last 2 times though, I've had a mini team,
Yeah,
and that's kept me connected more because the mini team talks every day in a group chat thing.
yeah.
Otherwise, like there's so much going on sometimes in each team group that I'm like, I don't even know.
Well, see, within the team, you have to go in every day. You earn miles and contribute to a race with all the people on your team. So every day, whenever somebody updates their post with their miles, that goes to the top. I wish there was a way to put all the proof posts into a section so that way you could see, like if they do a little daily challenge or a daily update or something.
Yeah, it's easier to see than you're not just seeing. Sometimes you see stuff, and if you don't save it, then you never see it again.
Yeah. And there's so many proof posts because there's probably 50 or 60 people on each team normally that
Takes up the whole feed.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to make those for the new team.
Yes, we do.
Because the new race starts next week.
Yes. So, back to this book. Spoilers ahead.
Yes. Now spoilers.
So, basically, Mab comes to work at the park because she kind of restores things. So, she's been working on, and the park's been there for a long time. And it's built on this island because demons can't cross running water.
Obviously.
And she's kind of been like repainting things and restoring things and whatever else. And then Ethan comes to town because he's dying. He was in the war and he got shot in the chest, and he's got a bullet lodged too close to his heart that they can't operate. So his mama, whose name is Glenda, she is there. So he basically just comes home to die with his family because he kind of grew up in Dreamland. That's the name of the amusement park. I don't know if we said that before. And of course then chaos begins to ensue. So the other girl, Cindy, also she has an ice cream parlor. That's another reason why we did this Sherby drink today. Because she keeps making all these crazy flavors in her shop and all this stuff.
People love it.
Yeah.
The people love it. Mab's uncle also owns part of the park.
Yes.
What's his name? Ray?
It is Ray. Yes.
I read this book like 2 months ago. So it's like recalling information. So, well, as it turns out, he has been communicating with the devil.
Yes.
He was one of the demons.
Yeah.
And like making deals with him about letting him out.
Yeah.
He had made a deal with him, right, like when he was really young, about how he would be successful and he would do whatever, and then at some point he had to help him out or something.
So Ray is terrible. He is human garbage.
He's the worst.
And the devil's name is Karos. So, yeah. Basically, Ray's wanting to take over the park permanently. The devil's wanting to be let out free so he can rule the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Mab's restoring things, she replaces 2 of these keys. So, okay, let me back up a little bit. Which you find, technically this isn't in chronological order of the book, but but you come to find out that there are these people called the Guardia, and their job is to keep the demons locked up in Dreamland.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of originated in Italy, but then they somehow got the demons over here and locked them all up in this theme park.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all locked in these little chalices, and they're surrounded by iron, and then there's these specific keys that are kind of pieces to the rides.
Yeah.
And Mab's putting the keys in by accident. So that makes it easier for the demons to escape. They still really can't escape without assistance.
Yeah.
But there is a Fun statue. Fun is like the mascot of Dreamland. He's a clown. And there's a Fun statue at the front of the park. And frat kids keep stealing it. So they've broken the chalice
Yeah.
contained within, which happens to contain Fufflins, who is basically, he is a trickster god, kinda.
Yeah.
And so he gets let out, and when they get let out, they inhabit the bodies of other people in the park.
Yeah. He inhabits the body of Drunk Dave.
Correct.
Although then it's funny because of course they talk about Drunk Dave, you know, this guy that's always drunk at because they have like a beer pavilion.
Yeah, and beer's only $1.
Yeah.
What's up?
So
I wonder what kind of beer it is.
he shows up looking all nice after he's been possessed, and he said, what did he say his name is?
Joe. Yeah.
And he then starts like hitting on Mab, and she starts really liking him. So of course you're kind of like, something's up with this guy. Which when he first shows up, I don't think we know like necessarily that he is the demon.
No.
But then you pretty much figure it out before Mab does.
Oh, yeah.
Way before Mab does. After she starts hooking up with him and stuff. I'm like, I feel like this guy is up to something.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like he seems too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on down the way, throughout the book, you find out that the demons all thrive on some emotion.
Yeah.
So Fufflins really thrives on happiness. So he wants to make people happy all the time.
Yeah. It makes him, I guess.
Feel better or whatever. So then he ends up letting Tura out every time. And she's a mermaid. But her whole deal is she kills cheaters.
Yeah, she is the ultimate woman scorned right there.
Yeah. And so she will always inhabit the body of these hot people, although really, Tura is running an entrapment scheme.
Yeah.
Because some of the people she's catching aren't really cheaters, and then she's gonna accuse them of being cheaters and try to kill them.
Like she's trying to get with them, making them cheat or making them start to, and then she's like, oh.
Now I'm a key. So Fufflins don't really try to kill people, obviously, because happiness, and also because he's a god that was basically shunned.
Yeah.
I can't remember why. But then meanwhile, so you got the Guardia, and like we talked about, so Glinda is a Guardia. She's the sorceress. And then Delpha is a guard. There's Glinda, Delpha, young Fred, Gus, and then they're out a hunter when the book begins. So Glinda knows that's why Ethan's been sent home truly, because he's been called to the Guardia to be the hunter. And so then he finally fesses up about the bullet. He's come home to die, and she says, well, you're not going to die now because you're Guardia.
Yeah.
And then eventually the bullet pops out of his chest.
Yeah, like it totally heals himself.
So the whole thing, the Guardia are trying to keep all the demons locked up.
Yeah.
Ray's trying to let them all out if all 5 of them get out, there's also, besides Fufflins and Tura and Karos, there's Vanth and Sevlins. And Vanth is Karos' wife.
Yeah, she's stuck in the fortune teller machine.
Yeah.
And she's like the mother figure, like she wants to be needed.
Yes.
It was kind of her thing.
Karos thrives on like unhappiness, like bad feelings, fear, stuff like that. And then Sevlins, I don't remember what his deal was.
Yeah, I don't either.
He was really slow. They always caught him super easy whenever he got out.
Yeah.
But see, Vanth, she was kind of talking to Mab when Mab was fixing up her machine.
Kept spitting out invisible
Yeah.
fortunes.
So, anyway, I guess we're doing a full recap here. So, of course, you know from the very beginning that Ethan and Mab are going to end up together. Because
Yeah.
they're the two main characters, right?
That's what I thought based on the description when they showed up at the...
Yeah, they show up to the park or seemingly around the same time, you know. Well, I guess Mab's been there, but then these other people show up. So one of them is a special agent named Weaver, and Ethan starts hooking up with her all the time. And then, of course, Mab's off with Joe until she figures out that he's Fufflins.
Yeah.
But by this point, Mab is pregnant by Fufflins / Drunk Dave,
Yeah.
disguised as Joe. So so as the story progresses, you come to find out that actually Mab was conceived in the Tunnel of Love 40 years ago when the demons got let out the last time, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Karos had taken over her dad, and Vanth had taken over her mom. So basically, Mab is part demon because Vanth and Karos are her parents in addition to her regular parents.
Yeah.
And
And
then
also, because the whole time, like, Karos or whatever, he seems very interested in Glinda.
yes.
Or like he always wants to know what's up with Glinda. So it turns out he had also like possessed somebody and hooked up with Glinda.
So he's also Ethan's dad.
Yeah, so it turns out Mab and Ethan are like half siblings.
Yes.
So
They do not get together.
no, they do not.
But it's fine. Because then also there's another guy named Oliver, right? That's Weaver's partner.
He's like hanging out in the ice cream shop the whole time. Pretty much that's the one thing I thought was a little bit weird. Is he almost the entire book, he was just like this random guy with Coke bottle glasses or something.
Yeah.
Like he'd put on these glasses sometimes, which turns out he was using to like see demons or something. But he was just hanging out in the ice cream shop the whole time, not really saying anything until like almost the end.
Yeah.
But
And so Delpha ends up dying, and Mab is called to replace Delpha.
mm-hmm.
And then Glinda ends up dying, but then they bring her back to life. But it's kind of evidently a Buffy the Vampire Slayer situation where when you die, somebody else is called automatic.
Yeah, even if you get brought back pretty quick.
So then Cindy, the ice cream lady, gets called to be Guardia.
Yeah.
And then, also turns out young Fred's working with the devil.
Oh yeah, young Fred's been betraying everybody too the whole time.
Yeah.
Because he wanted out of the park.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be there. Also, I never could determine, I don't know if it ever said and I just missed it, how old young Fred was.
I got the feeling he was old.
Like, everybody kept talking about him like he was a kid, and I'm like, but he, like, takes care of himself. So surely, I mean, he's got to be at least, like, 20-something or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not sure. I was never clear on that.
This is probably one of those situations where there's people around here and they'll call their kids young so-and-so. Like if the dad's name is Donald, they'll call him young Donald or Donald Jr. And young Donald will be 50.
Yeah.
And old Donald been dead for 5 years or more, and they're still talking about young Donald.
Yeah, like,
Or little Donald.
yeah,
They do that too.
little.
That's the South for you.
Yeah.
Little so-and-so. So there ain't really no telling how old young Fred is.
Yeah, right.
Because he's only young compared to old Fred, who was obviously dead because he got called to replace old Fred in the Guardia.
Yep.
So it ends up, of course, all the things get out because they decide they're going to all lock them in one tower so they can keep them, for the most part, hemmed up in an iron tower surrounded by water within the park, which is already surrounded by water. But then young Fred goes in there and lets everybody out.
Yep.
And they're the strongest when they're all 5 together. Because there's a whole ritual too. Like each Guardia has this specific thing they say.
In order.
And then, like the first one makes the demon appear. And then the second one stops it or freezes it or something.
Because that's what isn't the hunter the one who like gets them first and has to contain, or gets them and has to contain them?
Young Fred hits them with the first thing to make them appear, so you know it's them.
Yeah, because he can.
And then Mab goes, and she does whatever she does to freeze them or whatever. And then the hunter takes them inside.
Body.
Then the witch, the sorceress, pulls them out of Ethan and puts them in the chalice. And then Gus closes the chalice and seals it back up. So, you know.
It's a process.
It is. But I think Gus died too.
I was going to say, didn't Gus die?
So who replaced Gus? Weaver? Maybe.
Also,
so. Weaver had a terrible boss named Ursula, and I don't know if she was just there for poor unfortunate souls or what, but she was utterly unhelpful and teamed up with Ray.
But then her and Ray both got like, or no, she got like sucked into the hell thing or whatever, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because they were trying to open this portal thing, all the demons
a hell mouth
at the end. And then she got like thrown into it. But then Ray like got like didn't he get like
I think he fell out of the
dark
tower.
willowed or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what happened to him. But I think he ended up falling out of the tower and dying or something.
Good riddance to Ray.
But so then that was pretty much the whole deal. They got them all locked back up and stuff, and
Except for
not Fufflins.
yeah, they let, of course they couldn't, was it?
They couldn't. Fufflins took over young Fred's body.
Oh yeah, because young Fred died, didn't he? Or he was like didn't he get hit with something?
Yeah.
He was dead, and so he jumped into his body, and he basically said, if I leave it, he'll actually be dead or something.
Yeah, but see, the spells don't work against Guardia.
Yeah, if you're in a Guardia, yeah, so he
So-
defeated the system right there.
But he wanted to be out so he could help raise his demon kid.
Yeah.
And
But
Fufflins wasn't too bad.
He didn't really want to go along with the plan. He was just doing it just because.
No. And plus also he had made Karos promise to leave Mab alone. And then Karos was like, sure thing.
Oh yeah, but Delphi had told Mab that her soulmate's name was Joe or something.
Yeah.
So she'd thinking the whole time that who she thought was Joe was. When she said, because turns out, because then she kind of started having a thing for Oliver at the end when he started finally being a person and helping and stuff. But then he was like, no, my first name's actually Joe. And I was like, why would your name just be, like, I feel like I was weird that he didn't say like, oh, well, my name's Joseph, or my name is,
I guess his name was just Joe.
I thought that was weird.
Ah, well.
But anyway, I mean, I kind of figured the whole time it was going to be him once we found out he, somehow it was going to be him, but.
Well, but it was really good and it had funny moments. And the funniest parts were when Ray kept bringing these minions in the park. And the funniest part was when the minions hopped in all the teddy bears. So there were like teddy bears running around the park trying to kill people. And they had to shoot them, and then they just turned into goop.
Yeah.
But the minions kept jumping in all kind of things, which I don't know how the minions looked, because I kept wondering, like, where did Ray go pick up all the minions?
Yeah.
Like, there's just a bunch of minions standing around on the other side of the lake waiting for somebody to bring them across. That don't make any sense.
No.
But Karos just kept saying, well, I'll call them and they'll come, like Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Murdering teddy bears.
That part was good. But on the whole, very strange book.
Yes.
But very good. I would recommend it.
Yeah. I liked it pretty good.
I think I liked it better than she did.
Yeah, I think you did. But I did like it, even though I thought it was strange and yeah.
So
That's it.
There's your books on the rocks.
It was a wild ride.
Yes, it was.
I liked where everybody ended up, I guess.
Mhm.
But there was, I mean, I didn't really ever feel like I was really invested in any ships or anything.
No.
I mean, mostly because I felt like they just kind of, everything still seemed to happen so fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially with like Oliver, because he wasn't even in most of it. And I mean,
Not
Weaver,
as a real person.
I felt like
type of
Ethan
thing.
fell in love with Weaver in like 5 minutes too, which seemed a little strange to me, but
Well, she was
I mean-
kind of a badass female character.
yeah.
How can you not? Badass female characters. We're here for them.
Yep.
I haven't started here.
Okay.
That was Books on the Rocks. Bye.
Time for food. Come back and join us.
Yes.
She going to get the food.
I have to run. Look, my shoes come off of the
It has to be signed for.